Hello students, today's topic is osmosis, and this topic is very important and that is used in dialysis also, kidney dialysis, and also in reverse osmosis. So further in this chapter we will study about reverse osmosis. So before that, let us learn the meaning of osmosis. So children, osmosis is the flow of solvent molecule from lower concentrated solution to higher concentrated solution through semi-permeable membrane. So here, as you can see, there is one tank. It has two parts. In one part we have taken concentrated solution, in another part we have taken dilute solution, and both the part of the tank separated by semi-permeable membrane. And remember student, semi-permeable membrane is the membrane which allows the movement of only solvent molecule but not solute molecules. So semi-permeable membrane is the membrane which allows the movement of only solvent molecules, for example water molecules, but not the solute molecules, because solute molecule size is bigger in comparison to the solvent molecule size. So usually in this process we are going to use a membrane like parchment paper or cellophane or pig bladder, which can be used as a semi-permeable membrane. Now in this diagram you can see clearly there is a movement of water molecules from the dilute solution to the concentrated solution. So here you can see we have taken the concentrated solution. Imagine we have dissolved some sugar in the water. So these bigger molecules are the solute molecules which are sugar. So that cannot be passed through the semi-permeable membrane. So osmosis is the flow of water molecules or solvent molecules from lower concentrated solution to the higher concentrated solution. Lower concentrated in the sense, here the solute concentration is lesser and the solvent concentration is more, means dilute solution, it contains more water molecules, whereas concentrated solution means it contains less water molecules but it contains solute molecules also. That's why the water molecules flow from dilute solution to concentrated solution. Here you can see the net movement of water molecules. Now along with osmosis, in today's class we are going to learn the definitions of terms like isotonic, hypertonic and hypotonic solution. First of all, isotonic. Here iso in the sense same, iso in the sense same, and tonic in the sense strength. Tonic means strength. Now isotonic solution, here it means the solution in which the solute concentration inside the cell is equal to the solution outside the cell. So imagine this diagram where in the beaker we have taken one solution and inside that solution we have taken one cell. That cell contains 20% of solute and 80% of water. And in the beaker also we have one solution which contains 20% of solute and 80% of water. Means the concentration of solute inside the cell and the concentration of solute outside the cell is same, exactly same. So such solutions are called as isotonic solution. The best example is 0.9% sodium chloride solution. 0.9% sodium chloride solution is isotonic with red blood cells. Means in the red blood cell the concentration of sodium chloride is 0.9%. So when you place RBC, red blood cells, in 0.9% sodium chloride solution, both are isotonic. So the movement of water molecule inside the cell, the movement of water molecules outside the cell will be same. So you cannot find the change in the size and shape of the red blood cells. Whereas hypertonic solution means higher solute concentration on the outside of the cell than on the inside of the cell. As you can see here, the cell contains 20% of solute and 80% of water, whereas the solution in the beaker contains 40% of the solute and 60% of the water. So here the solution contains 40% of the solute and the cell contains only 20% of the solute. So that's why this solution is considered as hypertonic, as the concentration of solute is more than the cell. So here what happens, due to that the water molecules from the cell comes out. The water molecules comes out from the cell by a process called exosmosis. Due to that, the cell, because of the exosmosis, the cell gets shrink. This you can find when you place red blood cells in seawater. When you place red blood cell in seawater, as the seawater is hypertonic in comparison to red blood cell, the water molecules from the RBCs comes out and the red blood cells get shrink because of exosmosis when you place red blood cells in hypertonic solution. Now hypotonic solution, hypo means less, which means concentration of solute is greater inside the cell than outside of it. As you can see here, the cell contains 40% of the solute, whereas the outside solution contains 20% of the solute. So the concentration of solute is greater inside the cell when compared to the solution outside the cell. Such solution is called as hypotonic in nature. Now because of this, what we can see, the water molecules goes into the cell. By a process called endosmosis. And due to endosmosis, the cell gets swelled. Cell becomes swelled. That is due to the hypotonic solution. So here the very important topic we are going to discuss is the fourth colligative property, that is osmotic pressure. The fourth colligative property, osmotic pressure, and osmotic pressure is represented by symbol pi. And osmotic pressure in the sense, the pressure applied on the concentrated solution. We are applying some pressure on the concentrated solution. So this is the concentrated solution. Now on this concentrated solution we are applying some pressure. To stop this osmosis, to stop the flow of water molecules. Okay, that is called as osmotic pressure. I'll repeat once again. Osmotic pressure, pi, is the pressure, external pressure applied on the concentrated solution in order to prevent osmosis, in order to prevent the entry of solvent molecule. That is called as osmotic pressure. Now that osmotic pressure, how much pressure has to be applied, is directly proportional to the concentration of the solution. So that we can simplify, pi is equal to NbCRT, where pi is the osmotic pressure, Nb is the number of moles of solute dissolved in the concentrated solution, C is concentration of the solution, R is universal gas constant, and T is the temperature. We can further simplify this formula. Pi is equal to, in place of number of moles of solute, we can write mass of the solute divided by molar mass of the solute, Wb divided by Mb. And in place of concentration of the solution, we can write 1 divided by V, volume of solution V, into RT, universal gas constant, and temperature. So that is about osmotic pressure.